Usually conventional doctors, if they suspect that that might be the reason for infertility, will do a blood test on day 21, and if they see progesterone level lower than a certain threshold to sustain pregnancy, you will get a diagnosis of low progesterone. And instead of investigating why exactly you have this issue, conventional doctors place people on supplementation. Unfortunately, supplementation alone doesn't treat the root cause. And a lot of women don't get pregnant on supplementation and get very frustrated, thinking that, but I've treated the problem, but the pregnancy is not happening. That is because the root cause of why you have low progesterone was not treated. Instead, by putting you on progesterone supplementation, essentially we're just masking your symptom. So a big thing for us to understand why you have low progesterone in the first place. And maybe that reason that's leading to your low progesterone also contributing to your infertility. So progesterone is a hormone that is released by a gland that is formed in your ovaries after ovulation. It's called corpus luteum. And that gland is releasing progesterone in the luteal phase of your cycle. So our cycle is split into two phases, follicular phase and luteal phase. Luteal phase is when you are supposed to, when your ovary, when the ruptured follicle, that gland, corpus luteum, is supposed to produce a lot of progesterone. Why is it important? Progesterone is going to help to prepare the endometrial lining. So during the follicular phase, your follicles are producing a lot of estrogen, and all this estrogen is building a very nice, hopefully trilaminar uterine lining. That estrogen helps to build the thickness of the lining. So pregnancy can be not achieved because your lining is not thick enough. So that is the role of estrogen. What progesterone is doing to that lining is that it makes that lining nice and sticky. It helps your lining to produce certain DNA genes, to release certain chemicals, to actually sort of like welcome the implantation, welcome the embryo. Because if the embryo is going to end up in a uterine environment that is not primed by enough progesterone, the embryo is not going to stick because the endometrial is pretty hostile and stiff,